This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, as I'm fond of saying from time to time, you always remember your firsts. And Marcelo Mayer certainly is going to remember his first 2 home runs at Fenway Park because they came in the same game, and they came in a series-clinching victory against the Tampa Bay Rays, and a first in a long time for Walker Buehler as he picked up the victory in the finale as well. We do welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, here to remind you that Wade Boggs broke into pro ball with the Elmira Pioneers of the New York Penn League way back in 1976. At 18, did not make his major league debut with the Red Sox until 1982. When he was 23. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as a Locked On Red Sox podcast feed. You know the podcast, free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, yes, we're going to talk about Marcelo Mayer and his 2 home runs. 4 home runs for the Red Sox, 4 solo shots. Could somebody get on base in front of a guy who's going to hit a home run? That'd be great. Also, we are going to nitpick just a little bit. Can we please get a runner in when they're at first or second or third? That's scoring position. Brutal. Red Sox, to a certain degree, are very lucky they took 2 out of 3 in the series after dropping the opener. 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. It does not get any better than that. And remember, a couple of nights ago, they went 4 for 23 with runners in scoring position. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the Red Sox conversation, watching live with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button. Join the Sox conversation. I'm also on the X at Lennox on Baseball, and we can continue the Red Sox and baseball conversation there as well. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off on your first year. Well, the Red Sox pick up the victory. And number of the night, we do it right off the bat. Why not? 7 times now where the Red Sox have lost the series opener and come back and won the series. Now that's putting yourself in a hole early on. But again, you take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. In the Bronx this past weekend, you take 2 out of 3 in this series against the Rays. You've now won 5 of 7 overall.
This is what you'll be talking about.
You want to give all the credit to Marcelo Mayer because he hits 2 home runs, his first 2 at Fenway, now 3 early on in his big league career. But you also want to give credit to Walker Buehler. Gives up the 3 runs total, goes 7, throws 97 pitches. Allows just 6 hits. The number that I love about Walker Buehler, he walked only 1 and he struck out 7. Wilson gets 1 out and gives up a hit in the 8th inning. Greg Weissert leaves the bases loaded, and then Aroldis Chapman, his 12th save on the season. Rays go down like soft bleep and rain. In the top of the 9th inning, Chapman strikes out 2, works a scoreless inning, throws just 11 pitches to get the 3 outs, and ball game over. But Marcelo Mayer, how about Jaren Duran? First pitch of the game. Boom, home run. 1-0. Mayer comes to the plate in the second, hits the second of what would be 4 solo home runs on the night for the Red Sox. That put the Red Sox up 2-1. Then Mayer added to the lead with another solo shot in the 4th inning. And then Abraham Toro breaks a 3-3 tie with the Red Sox 4th solo home run of the game, that in the 5th inning. And that was all the scoring. Zack Littell has been terrific. He takes the loss. Walker Buehler picks up the win. Buehler's 5th win on the season, by the way, and his first in a long time. How long's it been, you may be asking? Well, I've got it for you. Walker Buehler's last win, and it's kind of hard to believe, but his last win came on April 26. Now, 2 wins on the season against the Rays. Again, you have to be impressed by him. Gives up the 2-run home run to Yandy Diaz. You don't want to see that, but again, 7 innings. Holy cow, the Red Sox can actually play a baseball game without having to go to the bullpen 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Wilson, Weissert, Chapman. And I've said this before, and I'll say it right here. We do get to your comments in segment number 2. But the Red Sox now go into Thursday, and you know what we call that? A well-deserved day off. If they had lost the finale against the Rays, I would call it simply a scheduled day off. And speaking of days off, Roman Anthony, Marcelo Mayer may not be in the starting lineup Friday night against the Yankees, Saturday against the Yankees, or Sunday in the finale against the Yankees. Doesn't mean they're not going to play. But Alex Cora is pretty much adamant saying, I've had success with this. They're not going to always start against left-handers. You get 3 straight left-handers in the series. It goes from Yarbrough to Roden, so it gets a little harder on Saturday. And then you get potential Cy Young Award winner for 2025, Max Fried, in the finale on Sunday. So Fried, you're expecting to go 7. He may even work into the 8th inning. Mayer, maybe you give him an opportunity to play on Friday after he hits the 2 home runs. And Yarbrough, I think Ryan Yarbrough would even say it. Hey, of the 3 lefties, I think they'd be in the lineup against me. Rodon's tough. You're trying to get to him for a second straight weekend. And then you've got Fried. They're not going to see the starting lineup, I wouldn't imagine, on Sunday. So if they're going to be, either one of them is going to be in the starting lineup, it would be Friday. And I don't know that it would be against Rodon because Mayer already sat in Rodon's start last weekend, which turned out to be a Red Sox win. You want to feel good. You want to be giddy. I do want to temper the enthusiasm just a little bit. But if you want to go off the rails and say, this team is now moving in the right direction, go right ahead. I'm there with you. 5 out of 7. Creeping closer to 500. Do you get there this weekend? Maybe not. After this weekend, long road trip. 9 games. And it's not going to be easy either. Seattle, San Francisco, Anaheim, Mariners, Giants, Angels, off the top of my head. But again, a lot to like about this game. And truth be told, listen to the game a little bit on radio early on. Oldest son's high school graduation, so my attention was diverted Wednesday night. But as I got home and finally got it on Nesson, first Nesson reference, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone was giddy. This is 2 games in a row. This is how we've expected the Red Sox to play all season long. Have they taken their bumps? Yes. Yes, they have. We know that. It's well chronicled. That's why we come here within minutes of the last out of every game. But there's a lot to like about this one. An errorless baseball. And Dave O'Brien said it in the 8th inning as Weissert could not handle a little roller up the first base side. I don't know, miscommunication. Weissert thought, glove it, go to the bag, inning over. Instead, bases loaded. And then he gets out of the inning. Just keep it going. Are we going to see a lot of runs scored again in the upcoming series? We may very well see what we saw last week in the Bronx. Now, are we going to see the same home runs? No, because the home runs leave Yankee Stadium a little bit differently. They call it a short porch, and it's shorter out there. But Myers' 2 home runs on Ness and Tom Caron going with Jim Rice, I believe, after the game. They saw the trajectory of the 2 home runs almost in similar spots in right field to the right of the bullpens at Fenway Park. They're here. Enjoy them. Because, again, I think I read something earlier in the day, and I hate not being able to attribute it, but many people have said once Roman Anthony gets promoted to the big leagues, he's not going back down. And let's not worry about Wilyer Abreu just yet. Let him go through his progression. Let him take swings and go through what he's supposed to do on Friday at home, and you go from there. Rafi Devers 0 for 3. Lou Merlone likes to use the word jumpy. I don't know if that's the word I use, but Lou Merlone used to play in the big leagues. So if he wants to use that word, okay. But the rest of the lineup's starting to come around. Anthony, 0 for 4, strikeout. Stewart, 0 for 4, strikeout. But Marcelo Mayer, 2 solo home runs. He did strike out twice. Campbell, a base hit and a strikeout. Again, replaced defensively by David Hamilton. And then Rafaela, a couple of base hits, including a double. That bottom of the 8th inning, I really wanted to see an add-on. That's what I'm going to wrap up with here. Narvaez, double, and then nothing else. 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Well, update for the series, because it's not pretty, as well. Littell takes the loss, and the Red Sox pick up a rare 1-run victory. Starting to put together full games. You can say pretty much check the box full game in the Game 2 victory to even up the series on Tuesday, and the same on Wednesday. You give up 3 runs total. You've been giving up a lot of runs of late. We know that. But in the last 2 games, not so much. Not so much. And just enough offense to win. Hey, I love low-scoring games. I would have loved to have seen a 5-3 lead going to the 9th inning. But you know what? We take it. That's what I like to call nitpicking. Because, again, you want to be able to excel in those situations. And maybe they will over a 7-game stretch here at some point in time. Enough of me. We're going to hear from you. Numbers of the night, your comments on the Red Sox victory and the series clinching victory against the Rays. That's next. Again, happy to have you on board with us on the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Red Sox, your team every day. And we are presented by Monarch Money. Hey, I've been there. Have you been there? Ever check your bank account and wonder, hey, where did all our money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is not just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all of your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and you start building wealth. When you start using Monarch Money, you may soon realize just how much you are spending on food delivery. With that knowledge, you may be able to budget smarter and save more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch Money to check your finances, track spending, and even plan long-term goals. Managing money with your partner is smoother than ever. You can track your shared accounts, your personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without that stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off on your first year. Again, that's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB, and with that, you get half off on your first year. Locked On Red Sox postcast also presented by Supply House. Hey, get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trade. Supply House, whether you are into plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is a reliable and the reliable way to order your products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you are going to find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you're always going to talk to a real person. And for the trade pros looking for an extra edge, well, their free trade master program does offer exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every single order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off on your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Again, promo code SH5 for 5% off on your first order at supplyhouse.com. All right, your comments here in just a moment. But I'm going to throw this number out there because I have it and I haven't used it yet. So, Monday, 4 for 23. Tuesday, 1 for 9. Wednesday, Monday, 4 for 23. Tuesday, 1 for 9. Wednesday, 0 for 10. 5 for 42 in the series with runners in scoring position. That's not good. Well, you know, they did take 2 out of 3 in the series. Yes. But you're not going to play every game. And again, you weren't playing from behind. How nice is that? Do you remember, when was it? Oh, just last week? Where starting pitchers were giving up runs and droves in the first inning of games? That wasn't fun to watch. It really wasn't. But in the last 2 games, wow, it's nice to sit down in front of the TV or watch on the radio. Hey, Red Sox are in front. Good. Can they hold the lead? Yeah. Wednesday night they did, and they take 2 out of 3 in the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Great to see. It really is. Hey, Jaren Duran, leadoff home run, 8th time he's done it in his career. Did it back on May 24th against the Orioles. It's the 3rd time that he's done it this season. And again, 8th time in his career. And he ambushed Zack Littell. Fastball, boom, home run. Good for Jaren Duran. Love to see it. Who's our leadoff hitter? I was hoping. There's Allie. Allie Bats. That was amazing. Allie was at the game Wednesday and checking in, just like we asked her. We gave her the assignment. Mission accomplished. Allie, wonderful. Adam Baum, Marcelo Mayer. I want a better nickname. I don't know that Marcelo. Roman and Marcelo, those are just first names. These are first name guys. So Marcelo Mayer, Adam Baum, I think we can do better, but I'll tip my cap. You got it. You got it to start off. Uzi, let's keep the winning streak alive against the Yankees. That is the goal. That is the mission. Adam Bob, Narvaez throwing out 2 clutch. Carlos Narvaez, folks. He even got Caballero, who had 4 stolen bases in the first 2 games of the series. Carlos Narvaez just goes out there and gets the job done. That 8th inning double, I'm like, oh, yeah, he's going to score. Insurance run. There you go. No, he was left stranded. But that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. These things happen. Happened 10 times, 0 for 10, runners in scoring position. But Narvaez, again, any catcher, I said early on the bat's gravy. He's a big bat in your lineup right now. Even recently saying it, looking at the lineup card, getting to the clubhouse, looking at the lineup card as it was posted. Oh, look at that. Batting cleanup. All right. And he hasn't changed his approach. Has the ability, a tremendous ability to go right field. When he needs to, like he did at Yankee Stadium last weekend, pull the ball for a home run. I had so much to like about Carlos Narvaez. I'm almost beginning to think I would have loved to have heard the conversations, Brian Cashman and everyone. Hey, Red Sox, I don't know how it went down. Hey, Red Sox, they're looking for a catcher. Kyle Teal in the deal for Garrett Crochet going to the White Sox. By the way, he's off to a pretty good start. And then you sort of go, okay, they're looking for a catcher. Which one are we going to give up? Well, they weren't giving up Austin Wells. They're inquiring about Carlos Narvaez. Yeah, okay, go ahead, do it. He's been with us long enough. He is what he is. Well, in terms of he is what he is for 2025, he may very well be an American League All-Star. Might be stretching it. I mean, you've got Cal Raleigh, Seattle. I mean, he's got to start behind the plate, right? How many catchers do you go with? And I don't like it. Well, Narvaez, yeah, he's a rookie. He'll probably get more opportunities for All-Star games. No, I don't want to see that. But if he's in the running, he's going to, right now he's making the argument. He's certainly in consideration for Rookie of the Year in the American League. Uzi, I hope I'm getting it right. Blessings, Red Sox Nation. Well said. Red Sox die hard. Checking in. Go Sox. I think we actually are turning the corner. It feels amazing. Mayer had himself a heck of a night. Let's go Sox. I'm pumped. Red Sox die hard. I'm glad you never dropped the Red Sox. You are the diehard. You are a diehard. I know it hasn't been easy. But as you check in here, I'm starting to slowly scroll down. We're going to hear from George or see George. Awesome. Second clean game, second series win. Isn't it fun to watch? I'm scrolling here. We got a lot of Red Sox diehard in George. Let's go through them. All of a sudden, there is a light. But remember, just because you see the light at the end of the tunnel doesn't mean you're not necessarily going to get run over by that locomotive coming in your direction. Because it can happen. Red Sox diehard. Blasting drop kick Murphys to celebrate. I'm not sure if we can do that, but that would be fun. See if I can put a video together at some point in time. Steve O'Brien mentioned the Sox are 10 wins and 26 losses when striking out 10 or more times. Yeah, you know what? I love Dave. I've said that. I'm on record saying that. Thank you, George. I try to beat the broadcaster. There are times during the night where I put things together. 10 and 26. I think we got to update that. It's now 11 and 26 because you got to win. 11 and 26. I try to beat the broadcaster. Not going to do it here because we're post-game. But as I'm putting notes together and compiling stuff, sometimes I'm thinking about something. Dave will say it out loud, and then I got to confirm it in my notes as well. Not that I don't trust Dave. 11 now, 11 and 26. And also, just scrolling down at my notes here and trying to find the right spot. 23 and 10 when they strike out less than 10 times. So I think that all adds up to 70. I can't do the math that quickly in my head. But yeah, put the ball in play, especially with runners in scoring position. Buehler deep, 7 innings. And that's another fun thing to watch, isn't it? And again, I think part of the frustration up until a handful of days ago, Buehler's got talent. You're paying him a lot of money. $21, $22 million this year. You expected him to perform. Hey, 7 innings, 300 runs, that's performing. Giolito, well, he's coming off the injury, yes. But Giolito, ready to go. Bayo, perhaps turning the corner. But it's taken a while. But if this is going to be the beginning of the stretch, you go from there. How about this one? Buehler picking up the victory. Mentioned first since April. 5 wins now for starting pitchers over the last 28 games. 2 from Crochet, 1 from Dobbins, 1 from Giolito, and now 1 from Walker Buehler as well. Let's get back to you. Keep throwing that out there. Nicholas, Buehler came through. Fire, fire, fire. We won, bro. We won. Let's celebrate. Let's beat the Yankees again and seal the package. Now, that's not sealing the package. That's just keep the momentum and that snowball building going down the hill. That's what we need. George, Rafaela, 2 for 4, I think. Yes, including a double, right? Confirm. Rafaela, a double, 2 base hits and 3 at-bats. This lineup, I was looking at it when it was posted earlier today. Duran and Devers, as long as they're with the Red Sox, I don't see them moving out of the top 2 spots in the lineup. Toro's not going to be your future number 3 hitter in the lineup, but he is right now. Narvaez is your cleanup hitter. They move around. Bregman comes back. Story moved up a little bit. Anthony I think Anthony is kind of in that number 5 spot. And Mayer may very well bat 7th. And I say that to say, Cedar Rafael in this lineup, and I called for it a few weeks ago just to maybe change things up. And he was a guy who was contributing with runners in scoring position. He might be your second leadoff hitter and number 9 hitter in that lineup for many years to come. Because I don't think on an everyday basis you can go Duran, Devers, Mayer, or Duran, Devers, Anthony. I don't think you can do that. I think you've got to have probably Bregman when he comes back. Maybe Roman Anthony eventually is your cleanup hitter. But even then, can you go 4 of your first 5 from the left side? And I'm getting ahead of myself because right now, those guys are going to sit against lefties. Sit at the start. I have no doubt right now that they're going to be in the lineup at some point in time, and Alex Cora might have to be smart about it. Hey, they just brought a new pitcher in. They can't go back to the bullpen. They committed to a right-hander. We can force their move now. Now we'll bring one of the left-handed bats up. But I agree with Alex Cora. It's hard, and you're protecting them on many levels. But you also have 2 guys by the name of Romy Gonzalez and Rob Refsnyder who wear out left-handers. So not a strict platoon, but right now you're going to go with the veterans against lefties, and you've got 3 straight lefties coming up at Fenway starting Friday against the Yankees. Red Sox diehard. That energy was electric at Fenway. Great to hear the roar of the crowd. Love it. Yeah. Best ballpark in Major League Baseball. Don't automatically go ooh and ah and jump out of seats just because there's a fly ball to right field. And most Red Sox fans understand fly ball to left field, it might get that green. But in Yankee Stadium, a fly ball, they all react like it's leaving the park. Nicholas, the real question is, can we win 3 in a row this time? Alluding to the Yankees. Got to win the first 2 to win 3, and you've got Max Fried on Sunday. This is not going to be an easy series. The Yankees understand that you just took 2 out of 3 from them in their home ballpark. You put up a lot of runs. Go get I keep wanting to call Yarbrough Montgomery for some reason. I have no idea why. Old age. But go, get to Rodon early. Get into their bullpen as early as you can. Get into their bullpen on Friday and Saturday. And then you take your chance with Max Fried. You're 1-1. It's going to be awfully difficult. Oh, man, wouldn't it have been great if Crochet and Fried could have lined up? Crochet goes, hey, let's do the math here. Plain and simple. You win on Friday, that's 3 straight victories. When was the last time that happened? A long time ago. It was actually April. That's how long it was. Long, long time ago. You're the only. What are we doing this? Don't blame us if we ever doubt you. You know we couldn't live without you, Boston. You're the only. Don't blame us. There you go. Love it. All right. And then the follow-up. You are the only. All right. Red Sox diehard. Dropkick Murphy's Tessie. There we go. Understand. George, want to get this in there because Abraham Toro still producing for the Red Sox. Narvaez, Jan, is a rookie. Yes. He's still got his rookie status intact. Good week so far, Austin D. Yes, here we go. Clayton checking in. First time, long time. Am I still allowed to be mad about Monday night even after winning the last two? Yeah, get over it. Get over it, move on. Because you've won 2 in a row. And again, for the 7th time this year, you lose a series opener and you win a series. I don't know anyone else in baseball has done that. I don't know that that's happened. George White. Will that change the driveline philosophy then, since it is stat driven? Yeah, they are. I don't want to get into driveline. The Red Sox have bought into it. They really have. By the way, Red Sox diehard says, good question, George White. They're neck deep in it. I will never drop the Sox. I just get emotional and say things I don't mean. If the Sox go 0-162, I'm not leaving. Yes, because you're Red Sox diehard. And even when you said I'm done, I didn't believe you. And that's a good thing. What's next? A much-deserved day off for the Red Sox on Thursday. And then the series underway. Yarbrough, Crochet, Rodon, Dobbins. Dobbins saying some things, apparently. I'm not even reading the New York papers anymore. I've given up on him. Dobbins goes against Rodon on Saturday afternoon. Bayo for the Red Sox, Max Fried for the Yankees on Sunday. So we get a day off. But I do want to remind you that I'm now part of a new Locked On show, and it is MLB Game Night. We come on. It's late. It's after the last game of the night wraps up. MLB Game Night. And I'll be on starting Thursday through Sunday. And happy Father's Day early on for all the fathers that will be celebrating out there as well this weekend. But Locked On MLB Game Night, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It's also available wherever you get your podcasts. We're on the Locked On MLB YouTube channel, on board with Lindsey Crosby, who is the host of Locked On Atlanta Braves Postcast. And we'll be together Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday. And it could be your first listen after your first listen of watching and listening to the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. We do appreciate you being a part of this. We appreciate our everydayers and our first-timers as well, as we continue to build together and build this audience, because this is a great place, and we do believe it is a number one place to hang out immediately after every game. A tip of our cap to our sponsors, Supply House and Monarch Money, and as always, a tip of the cap to you as well. 4 home runs, Buehler the victory with 7 strong, and the Red Sox will try to make it 3 wins in a row for the first time since late April, when it's Crochet Day on Friday at Fenway against the New York Yankees, who we all know how you feel about the Yankees. Yes, the Yankees bleep.